Hi, I'm Roger, and in this little video we're going to cut some handholds into some beehive supers, like so. I've got this little jig I made up here. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of it here in a second. And it's based on a plan that I got on YouTube from Wimpy Hogan's jig for cutting handholds in hive bodies and supers, and you can see if we can get focused on that. That could be found on bsource.com. You can download those plans. I've made some modifications for how I'm going to use it. The blade on my saw is on the right hand side. The blade that on his saw he built his jig is on the left hand side. I do have one of those saws, but I primarily use that because it says it's a worm drive saw for cutting tile and concrete and that type of thing, and I don't want to change everything around. This is real simple here. I also made a little bit of adjustments here for blocks that I could take in and out for the different types of sizes of supers. So I'll grab the camera off the tripod here and give you a little bit of a close-up. Okay, this is more of a close-up of the jig I built to use. These blocks right here, I have marked block. Those are removable and they store up here. That's what I'm cutting along sides. There's one on each side here. And I've got this mounted to a piece of oriented strand board, which I've got clamped to my saw table. And what I do is I insert my piece. See if I can do this one-handed here. Well, maybe doing this one-handed isn't so easy. And then my saw sits up here like this, and the guard is wired up like this here, as you can see, and it's set at full depth, and that just sits in there. And then obviously the saw is unplugged right now. With that guard tied up, it's dangerous, and if this freaks you out, don't do this. I mean, I'm highly experienced with working with this stuff. I've worked in construction for 42 years, so I respect the power tools, and I also know how to use them. So let me get this back up on the tripod and I'll show you how I cut the handholds. Start out with the blade all the way up at the end here, and then as I turn the saw on, I'll do a rocking motion up and down until it stops down here at the base, and then I just very slowly push it back up to clear out all the little burrs. And it helps to plug the saw in first. Always wait till the saw stops before I take it out. And we have a handhold, just like that. When I want to transfer it to take these earmuffs off so I don't yell. When I want to take and do the longer sides, I remove these two blocks on the sides, and it's the same technique. Okay, I should also mention another little thing I did a little bit different here was get the fuzzies on it here. The saw is tilted at 7 degrees. This is a 7-degree slope on the jig. I tilted the saw at 7 degrees, so when it sits in here and comes down, the portion that you put your fingers into on the handhold is straight. It doesn't have a bevel to it, so your fingers won't slip out. So once again, if any of this makes you feel uncomfortable or you don't feel safe doing this, by no means then don't do it. But as I said before, I'm very experienced with power tools. I've done this for years and years and years. I respect them. I know how to operate them. If you have any questions or anything else to add, please leave them in the comments. I know there's a lot of different ways to do handholds. I just don't particularly want the blocks on the side. I had thought about just cutting a dadu in there, but there wasn't quite enough room for my fingers. I've got big hands. So I guess that's about it for this little one. So thanks for watching.